Alright guys, so today we're going to be go over all of the classes in the game. And if you're new to this, I'm going to be telling you first, right off the bat, the best classes. So we have the warrior, the assassin, the tank, ranger, healer, wizard. So for DPS, the best classes are warrior and assassin. And we'll get into that later. And then the next best classes are tank and healer, with the worst class being ranger and the second to worst being wizard. And we're going to get into that. So without further ado, let's jump right into the warrior. So the warrior is, as you can see, the main thing I've been playing as. I have 23 level in it. It's pretty wild. And the reason why it's so good is because of its skills. You can see here, Battle Rage. Enables the rage mode for 5 seconds, increases damage by 25% and lifesteal by 8. This is super good at keeping you alive whenever things are grouped up, because that's going to be the majority in game, is grouping up things and destroying it. And then the second thing is spinning in a whirlwind, dealing 85 plus 2 base physical damage. This is super good because all you're going to do is you're going to press your E, and then you're going to literally just spin to win. It's super easy class. You don't even have to touch it for the duration of however long it lasts. It's super easy, super effective. So the next thing we're going to get into is going to be the assassin. So assassin's really good. It just received a huge buff, which is awesome. You can see here its main ability is invisibility. Hides the character for 12 seconds. And whenever it ends, you get a 25 crit chance for 2 seconds. So you can see how it does really high damage, but then you're going to press its invisibility button, and then you're going to come over here and press 1. So it has a 25% chance, along with whatever else he's using, to do crit, which is super good. He just has a bunch of really good stuff. You can also see here he has, at level 15, deals 525% damage. Super powerful, super effective. And he also has the smoke bomb, which increases evade for 25% for 10 seconds, which is huge. Really, really, really good. Alright guys, now we're going to jump into the tank. We'll just get into the tank because it's right there. It's super good. Super good. And also, when I'm showing you, you can see that the speed. So the speed of the warrior is 100%. The speed of the assassin is 100%. Now the speed of the warrior is 110. So he hits actually 10% faster, which is pretty cool. But this guy's, he's just mainly made to tank stuff. That's basically it. And he has this E ability, which gives him a bunch of time to reduce how much damage he's taken to him. So let's look at that real quick. You can see right here it says enable a defense stance for 10 seconds, receive damage by 40%. So it reduces the damage by 40% for 10 seconds. This is super, super huge. And then this is basically his other one he uses, which is provoke, which provokes enemies in a small radius by adding 800 base damage to aggro them. Blah, 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 blah. Reduces enemy damage by 25%. So this is super huge. You're going to be using this absolutely a lot in order to aggro them. I'm actually going to change my skills real quick. So you're going to aggro them, and then the next one is you're going to press your E ability. What you're going to do is reduce damage for 40%. It's a super good class, super fast class. It's made for tanking. Next up is going to be the healer class. So as you can see, the healer strikes at 95% speed. It can actually differentiate between 95 to 100, I believe. But healer is going to be super, super good. At level 10, you actually unlock this one, which is a totem, which makes you invincible. I don't have it because I haven't played that much healer. But as you can see here, lesser heal, heals 200% base, magic damage. And then healing wave heals 30% for 10 seconds, that heal 20%. So it heals 30% initially, and then it heals 20% over time. And what that looks like is just basically this. Oh, you can't see it, but you have this right here, which is healing you over time. And then of course he has that, which does a bunch of healing healing. Super good, super effective. Next up, now we're going to get into the 2 worst class, which is going to be, we'll just do the second worst, which is going to be this right here. It has 90% speed, which is slower than the other DPSs. But the worst thing is this auto. As you can see here, I'm barely off. Whenever you're barely off, you just miss. Look, now I'm on, and now I'm barely off. And I think that's one of the big reasons. Oh, look, now you have to aim slightly to the right of the target. That's one of the biggest reasons why I do not like this, is because of the way that it auto locks on. It's because you're fighting in third person, and it's kind of hard to hit something. As you can see, look, you see how that just barely missed? It's pretty annoying, especially whenever you're going to use a skill or something. It's gonna miss. I have not played a bunch of wizards, but I have not seen a bunch of high level wizards. But it does have a protective spear, which is really good. But I don't know, I just have not seen it, not played enough of it, but it is definitely one of the more worst class. And now let's get into the absolute worst class of them all. That is for PvE. PvP, this is the best class. It can one-shot almost anything. But for PvP wise, it's the same thing. It has to do with that auto-locking stuff. And look how slow this shoots. It shoots at 80% speed. That means for every 8 attacks it does, you can be doing 10 with this one or 10 with this one. So it's not ideal for DPS because you're shooting slower. I have not seen anybody really playing any ranger in the higher levels, because everything is literally this close. Everything is fought this close when you're in the higher levels. Nothing's going to be this far back. And you can see I even missed there. I'm almost missing as I shoot. Oh, there he goes. Nothing's that far back. Everything is literally right here. We're going to have mobs grouped up. It's just, I don't know. It's just not ideal. It's not the best DPS. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the classes in the game. Make sure to follow me and stuff. So I'm going to reiterate. Warrior and Assassin. These are the best DPS, S tier, tank, S tier, standalone, healer, S tier. Wizard is B tier, and Ranger is absolutely F tier. Don't play Ranger unless you're playing PvP. And that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.